discuss meditation and how meditation can actually change our lives for the better, improve our lives. And what is meditation? As we said before, one of the reasons that is given for the creation of the world is that we should be conscious of the Creator. To become conscious of the Creator is through the means of thought, of the power of thought, and directing, focusing our thought in the proper manner. We also know that in the Torah there are 613 commandments that were given to the Jewish people. The Torah contains 613 commandments, all of which are actual commandments, things we have to do. But of these 613, 6 of the commandments are actually duties of the heart. That is the tune. But the heart must feel them even physically, that the pulse of the heart must become greater and stronger in virtue of our fulfilling these 6 continuous commandments. One of the commentaries, the very important commentaries on the Code of Jewish Law, the Shulján Aruj, says that this is actually the first instruction of the Code of Law, to be aware continuously of these 6 different commandments. What are they? They're to believe in one God, to believe that God is the Creator, and that God has divine providence over all of our lives and everything that He created. That is commandment number 1, which is continuous. Every moment of our lives we should be conscious of that truth. Not to, it's called, fall into the pit of thinking and believing that there are other forces in nature that control our lives, which actually means not believing in foreign gods, because anything that we believe may be a factor of control in our lives is for us a foreign god. If a person thinks that his success, even his success, say in business transactions, is due to some physical reason or something that he did, it says that in a very refined way, that's also like worshipping idols, because he doesn't realize that if he succeeds in something, that success is a gift from the one God. So once more, commandment number 2, which is continual, every moment of one's life, is not to believe in foreign gods. Foreign gods means foreign sources of control in nature or my life. Nothing controls my life except for one God. So this is actually the positive and the negative, or the prohibitive, of the same principle. The principle of belief in God. Then comes the ultimate act of unifying God, which is the declaration that every Jew proclaims twice every day, at least. Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad, Hear, O Israel, God is our God, God is one. And it's very significant to know that some of the great sages, actually of recent generations, at times when they, as established a relationship, a positive relationship with a non-Jew, a righteous non-Jew, suggested and told the person that even you, even though you're not yet a Jew, you should also recite and say and contemplate that verse, the declaration of faith in absolutely one God. What that means, one God, we'll have to try to explain more in length. It's not just believing in God. The first commandment is to believe in God, that there is God, and His providence controls our lives. That was commandment number 1. But now commandment number 3 is that He is absolutely and indivisibly one. He is uniquely one. His oneness is unique, as we'll explain. There's no other oneness like His oneness. That is our proclamation of faith. Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. And once more, even though it seems as a great innovation because the verse says, Hear, O Israel, nonetheless, the sages taught that this is a verse and a thought which can apply even to a non-Jew. Then comes the 2 commandments which are the 2 primary emotions of the heart, which are love and fear. They have to be in a state of equilibrium, of balance between themselves. It says that these 2 emotions of the heart are actually 2 wings. If we picture our soul as a bird or an angel that ascends upward to heaven, the only way for a bird to fly is with 2 wings, and the 2 wings have to operate in equilibrium together. The 2 wings of the soul are our love for God and our fear or awe, standing in awe before the presence of God. Now these are also 2 commandments. The Torah teaches us you should love God, and it also teaches us you shall fear God. If nonetheless one is greater than the other, it says we shall begin in a certain sense from the fear, but the greater of the 2 is the love. That actually the fear is considered to be a part of the love, as we'll go on to explain. So we now have 5 continual commandments. We're non-dependent on time or place. In every moment of one's life, in every place that one resides, every step that one walks in one's life, one should retain consciousness and actually fulfill these commandments. To believe that God is directing my life, not to believe that anything else is in any way controlling my life. To realize that that God that I believe in is uniquely one, and only one and absolutely one. To love Him, which is to be drawn. What does it mean to love? To love is to be drawn to Him. To fear Him, which means to stand in awe of His presence. Those are 5 of the 6. What is the 6th? The 6th continual commandment is called guarding one's thoughts, not allowing bad thoughts to enter one's mind. And if one does feel for one moment that some negative thought, what does it mean, a negative thought? A negative thought can either mean thinking something bad about somebody else. It can be a passion, a fallen passion that is not according to the good of the Torah. It can be once more thinking that maybe something is after me, some form of paranoia. Any psychological disorder begins with negative thoughts. So if we could only perform properly this sixth continual commandment, which is to be able to guard the thought, no one would have any psychological disorder or problem whatsoever, because everything begins with thought. So that's a very, very profound commandment. In Hebrew, the word reads, Lo tatur, do not stray after your eyes and your heart to think negative things. What arouses negative things is either what people see or what people feel. So what we've now said is what we're taught actually at the very beginning of the Code of Jewish Laws. We say that if one is aware and fulfills these 6 continuous commandments, he is fulfilling a verse in Psalms that reads, Shiviti, I place God before me always. That verse, I place God before me always, which is the first halakha in the Shulján Aruj, the first law in the Code of Law, that means to fulfill.